You're capable of achieving so much more than you realize. We all are. Most of our limits are self-imposed. And that's great news because it means we have the power within us to shatter those limits. All it takes is a willingness to trust ourselves, to surrender to the experience and just do it in spite of knowing that there's a chance we may fail on this attempt. And if we don't happen to succeed on this attempt, we celebrate it. We use it as an opportunity to learn and grow and take that knowledge that we gain from that experience to improve upon our next attempt, rather than using that failed attempt to impose more limiting beliefs upon ourselves. Maybe you've set the goal to lose 20 or 30 pounds multiple times in the past. Each time the going gets good, you somehow find a way to sabotage yourself. And you find yourself saying, here I go again. Every time I lose a few pounds, I always find a way to screw things up. I'm just not meant to be lean. Maybe my metabolism is broken, or I got bad genetics, or my life's just too chaotic in order to lose fat at this point. Now, during these situations, when you have failed in the past and now you set the goal once again to try to lose this 20 to 30 pounds and you're telling yourself, this is finally going to be the time that I'm going to lose this 20 to 30 pounds, you catch yourself kind of those doubts creeping in your mind because of those past failures, and you're finding it difficult to actually believe that you are going to achieve it this time, that this truly is finally going to be this time. I encourage you in these situations to at least suspend disbelief, because that moment that you don't believe that you're going to lose that 20 to 30 pounds, you've already sealed your fate. So although you may not necessarily fully believe, yes, I know 100% certain this is going to be the time that I finally lose that 20 to 30 pounds, if you don't have that kind of energy within you, if you at least suspend disbelief, you keep the doors open. Rather than disbelieving that you are going to achieve that 20 to 30 pounds, you've sealed your fate at that point. There's no way you're going to achieve it. So at least keep those doors open. Now, for myself personally, I like to kind of create a game out of these situations. Whenever I find myself imposing a self-limiting belief or doubt creeps into my mind, I use it as a game, like a challenge. I'm like, bring it on. I get excited for it. Here we go again. I feel a little self-doubt creeping into my mind here. I'm kind of limiting myself here. Bring on this challenge. I got this. I can do it. A great example would be in yoga class. I mean, for the past 7 months, I'm completely new to yoga, and I have shattered limits over and over again. But just last week, one of our teachers, Nena, asked us to do a certain move in class. We're in the seated position. She asked us to put one arm back behind us, drive our hips upwards, and then try to manipulate our body, contort our body in a way that'll bring us to a half wheel. All of us kind of looked at each other with a lot of doubt, there's no freaking way I can do that. My body's just not going to move in that way. She's like, just do it. So we attempted it. My attempt was pretty feeble. I'm like, it's just impossible. It's not going to happen. There were some people that were able to do it. So I'm like, oh, wow, holy smokes. But maybe they're more flexible than I am. Maybe they've been practicing a little bit longer than I am. So again, these self-doubts and everything creep into my mind. Like, all right, maybe I'll practice that at home. I didn't. But the following week, her sister, her twin, Misha, brought it up at the end of that class. Let's try this move. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? What's the universe saying? Am I meant to do this pose here? But again, I watch her demonstrate it. I'm like, there's just no freaking way I'm going to do this. And again, she's like, do it. Just do it. So again, first attempt, put my arm back, try to control my body. And I fall on my bottom. This is just not going to happen. So again, she re-demonstrated it, gave a few little pointers, gave a few little cues. And again, she's like, just do it. So in that moment, I'm realizing, holy smokes, Scott, okay, use this. This is the game here. I got to bring it on. This is a challenge. Get excited for this challenge. Your body can do this. You're capable of achieving way more than you actually realize. Just do it. See what happens. So get myself in that position. And again, I get up and I'm finally realizing, holy smokes, I've gone a little bit farther than the last time. Holy smokes, I'm a little bit faster. So I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm literally saying that out loud in class, making all kind of noises. I'm getting closer, I'm getting closer. Boom, I land the pose. My third attempt, something that I thought last week was impossible for my body to get into that position, to flow into that position. I didn't think I had that shoulder mobility. I didn't think I had the strength in that shoulder joint the way it was. I thought just impossible for me to do. 3 attempts, nail it. So here I did it again at home, and I'm just finding it effortless now. Something that I thought was impossible is now become effortless to me 3 simple attempts, 1 week, not even really practice, just a few little attempts there over just suspending disbelief, and rather than thinking I can do this, I know I can do this, I'm just not letting any doubt creep into my mind at the point and just doing it, see what happens. Yes, there was that fear that is going to fall on my head, fall on my face. Oh, well, whatever. I fall, I try again. It's just learn and grow from that experience. How can I shift my body in a slightly different way to get into that position? How can I apply some of the cues that the instructors said in order to get myself into that position? Just keep doing it until I actually get it, and celebrate each attempt. Even if I happen to fall on my face, that's okay. Make those changes and continue on. That is the key to really your long-term success and to really shattering your limits, to step outside of your comfort zone and to show yourself that you are truly capable of greatness. This my big take-home message for you today. Like I'm begging you to recognize the power that you have within yourself. Like you have the power to hold yourself back. You have the power to shatter your limits. Each and every day, we're faced with this choice. So I encourage you to make the smart choice. Don't give into that self-doubt. Don't give into the disbelief there. Suspend disbelief. Just keep the doors open. Keep your mind open to the potential that you have within us. Our bodies are capable of amazing things. You have the ability, you have the capability of sculpting an incredible physique. Your unique masterpiece. We're all different. Your level of leanness is going to be dependent upon you, again, your genetics, everything. Don't use genetics as a limiting factor, but your unique shape, like embrace it. Celebrate your body. Celebrate the level of leanness that suits you best. You are capable of living in a vibrant, healthy, energetic body that allows you to do the things that bring great joy to your life. So really, look at that power within. Really step outside your comfort zone. Really get excited for those challenges where you feel that doubt. You feel that fear creep in that you may not be able to do something, or think to yourself, that's just freaking impossible. There's no way I can do that. There's no way I can bench press a certain weight. There's no way I can achieve a certain level of fat loss. There's no way I can do a handstand. These are other things. So in the class, again, this week, getting ourselves into a lunge, and then the instructor says to create a bind. You put your one arm, so I'm lunging with my left leg forward, right leg is back, knee is up off the ground, asking to bring that right arm back behind my back, and then my left arm underneath that left leg, and create a bind there. I couldn't do that a couple months ago. I haven't attempted it in a little bit. I did it in this class without any really kind of practice here leading up to it. It's just all the other practices that we've been doing during the past few months have just opened up my shoulders, created more mobility, more flexibility, and more open up across the chest there. So I can now create that bind that I couldn't before. Again, I thought that was impossible. I thought there's no way I'm going to have this kind of flexibility. 47 years young, all those years of lifting under my belt here and just feeling tight and stiff. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. Wasn't possible before. Now I did it. It was like effortless. I'm like, holy smokes, how the heck was it that easy when I struggled so much in the past there? So again, having that open mind. When she said, just do it, there was no doubt. I'm like, well, sorry, I'm just gonna do it. And next thing you know, I did it. And another pose where I shattered my limits recently was transitioning from a dolphin to a forearm stand. I definitely thought this was impossible. I had a lot of fear in my head of falling on my face, falling on my head. I just couldn't seem to get my body weight upwards and keep it up there. A little bit of practice, I am freaking nailing it now. I can hold that forearm stand so my head is not on the ground. It's not a headstand anymore. That's something that I worked on previously. Now I am able to get up in that forearm stand effortlessly, and I can hold it for minutes at a time. It has been just really eye-opening for me to see what I once thought was impossible and to now hold it effortlessly, and really strengthening my body in ways that I never imagined possible. Not just the shoulder strength, but the core strength, the glute strength. Like everything is tight and controlled. All the muscles are working to keep me in that upright position. And now my goal is to master a handstand. So really working on that right now. Again, once thought it was impossible, and now I'm just simply suspending disbelief. I am getting excited from this challenge. Bring it on. I've got what it takes to make this happen. So daily practice in order to try to achieve this goal, as well as some great coaching from my yoga instructors. The worst thing that can happen is falling on my face. And this is probably the biggest lesson that I have learned from this yoga studio here, is that there's just no judgment. You do it, you fall on your face, you learn from that experience. Try it again, get right back at it. Do it again, get right back at it. Keep learning from each experience. Keep doing it until you actually nail it and celebrate that overall process of failed attempts, learning from those failed attempts, which all lead to your success. No one ever gets it on their first attempt. So keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep bringing on that challenge. You will eventually succeed. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. But more than anything, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback, and your own personal experiences on the doubts that creep into your mind, the limiting beliefs that you have, and how you're going to overcome them and challenge yourself to suspend disbelief and just to become limitless, to really recognize that you have the power within you to overcome those self-imposed limits. Looking forward to hearing from you down in the comment section below. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.